Hey YouTube, this is an overview of the Tops Mil-Spie 5. It is a hard use high carbon steel fixed blade. You see it is a less pointed type of drop point tip design. You see it has a few serrations at the base of the edge, and it is a full flat grind. And it does, it's obviously a full tank construction with Micarta handle scales. The price on this is around $110. They are sold at Knife Works. I believe Newgram Knives sells them. Sometimes it's more expensive. And this is 1095 high carbon steel, and it does have the Tops black powder, black traction coating, anti-rust and general wear and tear. And this is, for the blade length is around 5 inches, and it's very heavily built and rugged for a mid-sized fixed blade. It's actually, well, let me put it this way. This knife can probably out-chop a lot of blades of similar length. All right, it's what you would call, it's a hard use type of fixed blade, almost close to the sharpened pry bar philosophy. All right, and for a size comparison, there you see the smaller Mil-Spie 3. All right, so they have a Mil-Spie in medium length and one in a shorter length. They're both very heavily built. I've reviewed the other one. Very nice hard use blades. All right, and here's a closer look at the blade itself. You see they put those little serrations there, and you see the black powder coat, very well done. The flat grind, it's full. There's a tiny like bevel right there, but it's full over here. Now look at the thickness of the spine. Look how beefy this knife is, and look how strong the tip is. It doesn't, it doesn't thin out till almost the very end. So you're getting a very strong knife with the full tank construction, texturing on the thumb ramp there, and then the handle scales. They are removable if you want to wrap this in paracord instead. A little impact surface right there. Very ergonomic with a nice finger groove there. And overall, this thing, I'll put the weight. I don't know the weight offhand, but I'll put it in the description. This is a heavy use knife. Like if you compare it to a blade, a well-known blade of similar blade length, the Pilot Survival knife. All right. See, they're both about 5 inches, at least 5-inch edge, 5-inch overall. But if you compare these as far as the use, the Tops knife can definitely out-chop. Usually we don't think of mid-sized blades as great choppers. You usually would think of like a kukri or a large knife, 8-inch, 10-inch. But this, just because of the weight and the thickness and the ergonomics, it really feels in the hand like it just wants to chop. It really just seems like it would make a great chopper for this length. You could baton wood with it. Not that I'm recommending batoning as opposed to sawing or using an axe, but if you wanted to, this would be a knife to do it with. This is the sheath that it comes with. You can see it is molded Kydex with eyelets, and this to lash it to your hip. See, it comes with an adjustable metal clip. It rotates. Right, you can have this horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, and it is tight enough that it's not going to come loose with just normal hiking or walking. The knife in the sheath. You see it clicks in there securely. It holds it silently and securely. So very good sheath. And deployment, give it a firm push off with the thumb, and deployment is fast and easy. So overall, I definitely like the sheath. The belt clip, very handy to customize how you carry it. The sheath itself is lightweight. It is silent. It is not overly bulky. So I would rate the sheath an A. Alright, so where does this knife fit in? Well, If you're looking for a mid-sized outdoor survival fixed blade that's heavy duty and very hard use, this would be it. If you're looking for just this size but light utility, then you might be better off with, say, a Bowie tipped type of hunting or typical hunting or skinning knife. Right? But if you want something that can really take a lot of abuse, kind of a sharpened pry bar, you could process wood, you could chop, you could do some things that it's not really wise to do with a blade, but if any blade can take it, it'll be something like this, very thick, high carbon steel. It's just a tough blade. Obviously it does weigh more than your average hunting knife, but you can factor that in. Alright, so overall I would recommend it highly for its category, the mid-sized, hard use, outdoor survival fixed blade. I would not recommend it as a combat utility. It is not very pointed. Okay, in order to make the tip stronger, they've made it a lot less pointed. Alright, so I would not recommend this as a tactical knife or a combat knife. If a soldier carries it, you know, he could carry it strictly for work and outdoor tasks, but I don't really consider this a fighting blade. Obviously anything with an edge can do damage, but there are better fighters out there. So yeah, I wouldn't call it tactical. I would call it an outdoor wilderness survival fixed blade, and for that, highly recommended. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for many more. Peace out, dudes. I am out of here.